fellow citizens and residents. This Christmas season, I wish to humbly pose this question. What are you grateful for? I ask this question in an effort to propel your thoughts towards a center of positivity and thankfulness in your lives, particularly to those of you who may need to find a source of hope and optimism in the occasion of Christmas merriment. I ask this question not to quiz about your materialistic possessions, but rather aim at helping to diagnose the intangible delights such as peace and happiness, no matter your pre-existing condition. Undoubtedly, the simplest joys within our lives are enough to provide a source of courage which keeps the emotional apparatus of faith, love, and kindness well oiled. Indeed, pondering about the seemingly simple instances of happiness is the prescription you will need to overcome the challenges and obstacles in your lives as we get ready to usher in the new year 2018. Looking at the course of 2017, Hurricanes Irma and Maria stand out in the year of review as both storms visited many of the neighboring islands of our region, leaving a devastating trail which tugged at the heartstring. Relative to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, we continue to express thankfulness that we were spared loss of lives and major property damages unlike other countries. I had the opportunity to visit many of you following the passage of the two hurricanes, and I continue to give my support and prayers. Triumphantly though, uprising from disastrous rumble of those impacted by the storms has been the resilience within our brothers and sisters determined to rebuild. In a spirit of appreciation, many of the individuals and families of the hurricane-ravaged territories are grateful that although many of their physical possessions have been lost, their lives were spared. At this moment, I wish to point out that the humanitarian networking of coming together to assist each other has been truly touching and inspirational. It goes without saying that display of public spiritedness during times of disasters remains intact in numerous instances, thus restoring our faith in humanity. In the aftermath of the storms, as regional residents of our Caribbean space, we responded because there was urgency for assistance. We did not need to know the names of individuals nor their backgrounds, because those factors are absolutely irrelevant when the bigger picture is the betterment of all. I continue to pray for the speedy recovery efforts of our Caribbean brothers and sisters, and even those affected in other countries outside of the region of course. Natural disasters and other disasters at times can serve as a teaching point for us all. Of course, the catastrophic impact can be overwhelming, but coming together is one step in the right direction. Going back to the question posed earlier, I hope that we have been able to assess what treasures exist in our lives. Perhaps such riches are hidden in plain view, awaiting for acknowledgement in order to shine. Many of us, as usual, during this time of the year will receive and give gifts. Some will be quite ecstatic over the contents of the presents, while others will be equally joyous in sharing gifts with loved ones. The synergy of giving and receiving, with the overall goal of being to warm each heart, should be exercised throughout the year, just as it is inspired by the divine reason for this season. There is no price tag on spreading love and kindness. The returns on this approach are priceless. As the new year approaches, to those of us who are keen on having resolutions, as you hit that refresh button, I encourage the creation of new and realistic objectives. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all, especially the constituents of St. Christopher VIII and nationals abroad.